All right, everybody, welcome back to the Find a New Way to Live challenge. Today we're on lesson 6, silence, solitude, and looking within. Now, I heard a great quote one time by a man named Steve Chandler that says, solitude is where fortunes are born. And I heard that, and a couple different words struck me. The word fortune struck me. Now, first, my initial reaction to fortune is a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of fame, and also solitude at the same time, being in silence, being separated, being disconnected from all the influences around me. Them two words stuck out to me. So the more I thought about that phrase, silence and solitude are where fortunes are born, I got to think about that. And what I'm able to understand today is that the fortune that's inside of me may not have any money connected to it, but what it has connected to it is my primary purpose and my mission in life and my goals and my dreams and my values and my belief systems. And the only way I'm able to get in touch with that is if I dedicate some time and dedicate some space to silence and solitude. Some people call it prayer and meditation. Call it whatever you want. But the point is that we need to be able to detach from the outer world, from all the external environment from us, from our phone, from the internet, from TV, from family, from the children, from the dogs and the traffic and everything around us, to be able to look within and say, okay, what's inside of me that's dying to come out? What's inside of me? What is my gift? What is my value to the world that I have, that I'm able to, what is the only thing that's inside of me, that's been placed inside of me, that no one else can see but me? For the longest time, I was attracted to what everyone else was doing, what type of cars everyone had, where everyone worked at, where everyone hung out at, who kicked it with who, where's everybody going out to eat, how's everybody having fun? But what that did was that diverted me from achieving my own personal goals. That kept me in a cycle in life that I was somewhat successful. Some would have said I was, achieving good goals in life. Eric, you're staying clean, you're not using drugs, you're staying out of jail, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. But I believe that each and every one of us have a deeper, bigger, more meaningful purpose than that. That the only way we're able to identify what that is able to dedicate some time and some space to look within to see what's going on, like where exactly do I want to be in life right now? So my first question for you is, have you ever had any experience where you've dedicated time and space to just yourself? Just some space to be able to look within, some space to be able to ask yourself, who am I and what do I want? That way I can begin to find that fortune that's inside of me. And once I'm able to get in touch with what's inside of me, my natural gifts, my natural abilities, the natural things that just interest me, and we're able to bring those out, that's when we're able to tap into something that only we can tap into right there. We can do what everyone else is doing. We can stay, a part of the crowd and be, just like everyone else if we want to. But this whole point and the whole meaning behind finding a new way to live is to identify who we are as individuals right now at this stage in my life, and to be able to develop positive, healthy habits that are going to help us grow over time. So let me ask you this. Imagine that if you accomplished all the goals you have for yourself right now. Let's say your list of 10 goals, your major definite purpose, you accomplished that. Boom, done, poof, and everything just magically happened. You would have to ask yourself, what am I going to do next? Which direction in life am I going to choose to go? Because what's going to happen is, after you accomplish your first few goals, and after you are able to understand, wow, like I really can accomplish things, if I identify what I want and I'm willing to put in the work to get there, we can do a lot of wonderful things in life. But the most meaningful, the most specific, the ones that provide the most fulfillment in our lives are the goals that come from within. Now, these aren't goals that our family can tell us to do, or a probation officer, or a judge, or a counselor, or a coach, or anyone else in our life. These aren't goals that they're telling us what to do. Not to say that those aren't important, because they are, but the goals that we have that are meaningful to ourselves are the ones that are going to be able to create the fortunes in our life. What we are striving towards here is true happiness and fulfillment, and to be able to, in the long term, this is going to help us identify our primary purpose, and we're going to be able to understand who we are on a truly deeper level. That way we can begin to share that with the world. We'll be able to find out, who am I at the core? What are my core values? What are my biggest dreams and goals in life? Because all the goals we have right now, these are lower level goals. What these are helping us build a foundation in life to where we're actually capable and able to think about our higher goals. Obviously, if our major goals right now are to, have a safe and stable place to live, get our license back, a vehicle, maybe a decent paying job, save a little money, maybe get our children back in our lives, maybe to be a good father. Those goals are important, but what we're going to find out is that those goals are the foundation of our life that we're going to be continuing to build from forever. And how we're able to identify what we want, truly what we want, without having any external outside distractions, is to look within. And the only way we can do that is if we dedicate a normal, healthy behavior and practice of creating some space in our life that where we are able to look within, that we can identify who we are. Now I want to share this story with you. I heard that a man talking about, when we start looking within, call it prayer or whatever you want to, meditation, what happens is when we first start to look within, it's like an ocean. Right? On the top of it, there's waves and there's people and there's lots of noise and distractions, and the top of the ocean is always constantly moving. That's the initial reaction when we first start looking within. We're going to start thinking about all this and the bills and things we got to do and what everyone else is doing and things we hope and we're just going to be thinking about so much stuff, but we have to be able to get past that. We have to be able to get underneath all that. We have to be able to get down to where the ocean is deep and dark and massive, and that's where the bottom of the ocean is where the biggest animals are. That's where the biggest sea creatures live, at the bottom of the ocean, because they're not up there with everything else to be distracted and messed with. They live down there because that's their space. Just like within us, if we're able to look within and look deep enough and long enough and get past all the distractions, all the influences on the outside, on the surface level, if we're able to get hooked up with what's down there deep within us, find those major sea creatures that live within inside of us, and we're able to, that's where the fortune is born right there. That's where we'll be able to find our greatest and best ideas and our true motives, and find out what truly motivates us and what really is going to have to happen for us to be able to be fulfilled in life. So that's the lesson for today. Silence, solitude, looking within. I want you to be able to create a regular practice. You can start with 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. If you want to go once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, just dedicate some time and some space to be able to eliminate all the distractions, kind of just get recentered. And what you'll find is that you're able to find a peace that comes from within that you're not able to produce on the outside. That nothing you do can make this feeling come over you, this feeling of, okay, I've looked within, I know what it is I truly want because I went in there and I found it, and I'm bringing it out, and I'm making a plan, I'm setting goals, I'm creating short-term goals and long-term goals to be able to make this internal dream become my reality. Now this applies to every area of life right now, but what you'll learn is that the higher we climb and the more goals we accomplish, the deeper we have to look within to be able to find that fulfillment, to find that happiness, to find that internal motivation that we're looking for. So I hope that helps. See you in the next lesson.